get out there and to actually be able to start preparing for a game and kind of get flush last year away and all that?
Yeah, obviously very, very excited. Like, we become creatures of habit so much, whether it be in the winter, spring, or summer, and now going into fall camp, that exciting to start just something new, getting closer and closer to where obviously the main goal, which is starting to prepare to win football games. So
How important is it, and what's the challenge going to be like for y'all as a group to build depth? I know a couple of the older guys went into the portal, different situations, maybe don't have as much depth as maybe we thought you would a few months ago there. How important is it for y'all to build that depth and to have that group ready to roll?
yeah, for sure, it's one of our goals. Like that's a goal of ours to build depth. That just comes with a lot of reps, and then not only just like getting reps and being out here and just being toasted, but being able to get quality reps. If you do something wrong, you know why you did it wrong. If you do something right, it's not just a pat on the back. Like, nah, like, you tell them why they do it right. That comes from, older guys like myself. That comes from coaches, obviously, and we want to be able to. That's a goal of ours too. We want to be able to coach each other this fall camp and this year, not just rely on our coaches.
Matthew, how different for you guys up front is this defensive scheme?
Speak up, please.
How different is things scheme-wise up front for you guys?
There's some differences, but when it comes down to a ball is ball. When you're playing in the defensive line, really in the trenches like that, it's just a physical football game, elite technique, and going out there and making it happen. It's not too many X's and O's.
What do you think of the room, the defensive line? You added a couple of people, you lost a couple of people. What do you think of that room?
First of all, I've loved every single dude that's ever come in and out of our room. Like, those are my guys. That's like my family away from my family. We do things together. We talk all the time, cracking jokes and acting plain foolish sometimes. The guys that left, everybody has their own situation, but the guys that are here now, we got to make it happen. Not just make it happen, talking about really make it happen. Like, we have some really good guys in that room, personally and from a football perspective. So we're going to step up. We're going to be the rock of the defense.
Matthew, last year your defensive line coach gets fired after 4 games, and then your head coach kind of takes over. Now you've got Rodney Garner. What has he meant to this unit?
Oh, he means a lot. We all know who Coach Garner is, from his past, and we all know who Coach Garner is to us right now. And he is a dude. He's the dude, He's the best of the best. So, you go in there, you listen to what he has to say, you apply it to your game right away. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, because it works. So, it's been amazing.
What's he like behind closed doors? We see him kind of out here at practice being all fired up. I mean, what's he like in team meetings?
He is
kind of more reserved?
definitely fired up out here. Y'all have seen it. He's a fiery guy, and he's going to be that way. Behind closed doors, obviously, he loves us. We love him. We can talk. He can be fiery like y'all see him. He can come down. Like, he's a very well-rounded dude. Like, he's a great dude to be around, point blank. He's going to shoot straight with you. All that stuff you see out here, that's football. When you're talking to me as a man or any of our other guys as a man, we're talking as men, and that's what it is. So that's good that you have a well-balanced individual coaching a group of guys like us.
Do you think going through a couple of coaches last year at your position, do you think that impacted your play as a group?
I mean, it obviously has impacts in some ways. I mean, think about it. I was recruited by Coach Strip, and then I found out I was going to play for Coach Hoke, and then I ended up playing for Coach Rock, then I played for Coach Brumbaugh, then Coach Pruitt, and now Coach Garner. I mean, I played for 6 guys, basically. So, of course, that impacts things. But when it comes down to it, like I said before, there's X's and O's, but now we're just playing physical, tough football, running through people's faces. When it comes down to it, we're playing football, yes, and now that we have the best coach with us in the country, what else can you really ask for?
Do you think that this might be the most improved unit on the team, the defensive line?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what we have done. We're just going to go out there and we're going to continue to show you. We've made leaps and bounds since the spring, and we're going to continue to take leaps and bounds. So that's a goal of ours, and, we're dead set on proving that. Forget talking about it.
What areas have you made leaps and bounds?
Oh, when it comes down to it, it's a lot about discipline, not only just on the football field, but off. There's all kinds of stuff that go into being a college football student athlete. And then you turn around and you actually take the football part of it, and Coach Garner is just, leaps and bounds ahead of the game all around the country. We're able to apply that to our game, work on it together, and then that brings us together closer. And then having several people with the same mindset off the field, that helps a ton as well. So
With all you went through last year, was discipline off the field hard? Maybe not for you, but you think for the group in general?
that's just human nature. There's some things that are going to be.
In terms of, I know you've always been a quieter guy, in some situations. As being a super senior now, coming back again, has that pushed you to be a little bit louder in that room now?
In that room, I've always been the same guy. That's kind of behind closed doors, even since I was a freshman. There's always been a room for me to be a leader and have say in the room, and I think I've always been that. With those guys who I'm close to, that I'm with every day, I feel like I can talk to them how they need to be talked to, and they can talk to me exactly how they need to talk to me. And it's really always been that way, which is an amazing thing. So now I think it's gravitating and going out more towards the entire team, which is a fantastic thing. But my sphere of influence is still in that D-line room. Think about it. There's so many positions on the football field. Basketball, baseball, all that other stuff, you're kind of one big conglomerate. Football, we are too, but there's so many different positions. So, leaders really have to know their place and know how they can impact both their position group and the whole team. It's very intricate, but for sure.
Matthew, what do you think it's going to be like to try to tackle Joe Milton?
It's going to be fun. He's obviously a big guy. He's a fast guy, but obviously we're big and fast too, or we would be playing O-line or something.
Would you like to play defense against this high-octane offense?
I'm sorry?
Would you like to play defense against this high-octane offense?
Oh, we did it all spring. It's fun and miserable at the same time, right?
What made it miserable?
They're fast. You got to be on top of things, So after you get your 8 plays done, even if you stop them in their tracks, you're gonna feel it. But it's all good. It prepares us for this upcoming season. There's not going to be an offense in the country as fast as these guys. They practice it and they've gotten very, very good at it. So when we're going against teams that run traditional style offenses, we're going to be very on top of things.
So you said fun and miserable. What's the fun part? Is it getting you prepared?
Yeah, the getting prepared part, because when it comes down to it, like Muhammad Ali said, he said, I hated every bit of training, but I knew that training was getting me to the place that I had to go, so I had to love it. That's a paraphrase, mind you. So, I love training too. The tough stuff, being out here in the summer. We used to come out here at 9 o'clock. It's 96 degrees outside. That makes absolutely no sense. But we did it, and I have to love it because, obviously that's miserable, but you have to love it because it's getting you ready for what you love. So, yeah.
In terms of the multiplicity of this defense, do you feel like y'all are more honed in on that now than you were back in the spring in terms of, I know you've had some new guys come in through the portal and stuff, but in terms of learning all the different stuff y'all want to do defensively?
Yeah, we're learning it for sure. Everybody has different schematics, and everybody has different ways of teaching those schematics, and we've picked up on it really well.
You talked about Rodney being well-rounded. Can you give us an example of something that's not necessarily football related that impresses you about him?
Oh, just, Coach Garner, he's a family guy, and as am I. Most people are family guys, and he can actually speak to us on a personal level, give us some real life advice on the ups and downs of life. Obviously, he's coached for 32 years, family man. He's been doing this all his life. This is his life, so he has so much knowledge inside and outside the football field, on and off the football field. So it's really just been excellent.